welcome out to another episode of It's All Been Done Radio Hour. This week, we are sitting down for another Meet the Cast. This one is with Wendy Parks, who you'll know as Abby Reynolds on Daniel Kravitz. Before we begin, we want to thank Mad Lab Theater, our wonderful host site, where we do our live shows once a month. Tickets available at madlab.net/tickets. We'd also like to thank our parent network, IABD Presents, which is a multi-platform entertainment content provider in Columbus, Ohio, with podcast, written work, video, and more. One of the programs you can find on there is The Good, the Bad, and the Geeky, which is a decade-old podcast hosted by our very own Nick Argenbright, who plays Captain Cockay in Universe Journey, among other parts. Please go to iTunes and subscribe to The Good, the Bad, and the Geeky. Also go to IABDpresents.com and check out past episodes of that, as well as all the other programs from the network. You can follow us on social media at IABD Presents on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you post about us, please hashtag IABD so we can see what you're posting. We appreciate it. We love it. Now enjoy Meet the Cast with Wendy Parks. This is a Meet the Cast episode, and I am sitting here with Miss Wendy Parks.
Hello.
It's really still weird for me to call you Wendy Parks. I know you've been married for an entire year as we record this, more than a year when the podcast goes up.
Right.
But I've known you forever as Wendy Webb, which is a great alliterative name.
It just rolls off the tongue so much better. Yeah, that's for sure.
You got married right before this podcast launched, so the podcast audience only knows you as Wendy Parks, because we had that from the beginning.
That makes it pretty convenient for everybody else.
For everybody except those of us that have known you for a long time.
Yeah.
So, just to jump into things, how did you get interested in acting?
Well, I think I've acted ever since I was a wee youngin'.
What's your earliest play you can remember?
Well, elementary school, I was in all of the little performances. The earliest one was The Color Factory.
I remember that one.
I think that one was in maybe second or third grade. Mm-hmm. And I was the color yellow, and Nathan will make fun of me to this day that I wore a giant yellow sweatshirt, and he calls me the Yellow Submarine.
Nathan, who plays Daniel Kravitz, Nathan Haley.
Yes, Nathan Haley.
Very familiar to all of you listeners, probably.
Yes. Unfortunately, we have a relationship outside of the cast. I've known him for quite a long time. Even when I was maybe 3 or 4, there are home movies of me singing and acting and pretending I was somebody else. So I've been doing it for quite a long time. So elementary school, and then in middle school I was in all the musicals and plays, and then high school I was in every single play and musical.
Yay, high five. There were very few of us that got to do that.
Yeah. And then I kind of stopped once I
You did a little community
through.
Theater after high school, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did. I forgot all about that. I did quite a few productions. We did Brigadoon. I also did The Music Man with Jimmy.
In high school?
Yeah, in high school. I was his wife.
I was Mayor Shin.
And I was Eulalie McHackney.
And we should go ahead and mention, because this will really tick Nathan off, that Nathan was actually cast as Mayor Shin, and then he fell on ice and broke his leg.
Yeah, so then he got to man the lights, I think.
Yeah, somehow we had to make him climb the bleachers. He couldn't perform in the play, but he could climb the bleachers on crutches.
Yeah.
To the spotlight. Poor guy.
Oh, poor guy. Poor Nate.
What's your favorite role you think you've played?
I would say I loved playing Eulalie McHackney in The Music Man. And Meg. Meg was fun, too. She had a lot of spunk.
You also played Dorothy in Wizard of Oz one time.
I was Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. That was fun, too. And my husband, Aaron, he was the Scarecrow. Mm-hmm. So that was fun.
Are there any roles that you've always wanted to play but haven't had the opportunity? Because I know you like musicals, so you've seen enough of them.
Yeah.
And plays. Doesn't have to be musical.
Goodness. I have actually enjoyed every role I've played, and I've always auditioned and knowing I would get any part I would be fine in, you know. Not that I'm trying to brag, but I knew that I would enjoy anything I ever got. And it kind of goes for Jimmy, because Jimmy always gives me parts, and I just take whatever I get and try to do the best I can do.
So I believe you hold the distinction of being the only cast member in It's All Been Done Radio Hour that has never auditioned for me.
That is the truth. I have not auditioned for any role I've ever gotten. And I'm really sorry about that.
Well, so just to give you a little background, and I guess we're kind of we can circle back to the childhood if there's more to say, but the reason you were brought into the show and without auditioning, and not is because Nathan really wanted to do the show, but he did not initially audition either. However, he's auditioned since then for parts, and then he gets really upset when he doesn't get every part he auditioned for, which is ridiculous.
Oh.
But so I decided, with Nathan, having known Nathan as long as I have, because he and I and Nick grew up together. The rest of the cast did not grow up with us. They're newbies. But Nathan, I was like, I know he wants to be in it. I know he's talented. I'm just going to freaking ride around him, because that's the best way to deal with Nathan.
And I think that's in every part of Nathan's life. We kind of work around Nathan or set up events around Nathan's needs.
He's the one who will never listen to this, so we can say whatever we want about him, because he doesn't listen to podcasts.
He is special. He has special needs.
So we wrote Daniel Kravitz specifically for him, and there were people that auditioned for Abby, but knowing Nathan as we know Nathan, I was very worried about who to put with him, because I knew he would not stick to the script. He stuck to the script much better than I expected.
Yeah.
But I knew he wouldn't entirely stick to the script, and it had to be somebody that could roll with Nathan and handle Nathan. And so while we had other actresses in the show that were very talented, they didn't have that experience, that I wasn't quite comfortable casting any of them as Abby. So I went to Wendy, who had expressed interest in the show but not auditioned, and said, hey, would you maybe want to come and play with Nathan? Because I know you can take it.
Yeah, since I actually work with kiddos who have special needs, I feel as if I am certified
to handle Nathan.
To handle Nathan's needs. He requires a lot of patience.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
We love him, but yes.
I'm glad this has turned out into the Nathan interview.
No, we will get it back to you.
Yeah.
But that was your genesis of the show, so it is important to talk about Nathan when talking about you in this case.
Yeah.
I know he's not your life.
I'm very lucky you thought of me, because I've really enjoyed myself so far.
I'm very glad
it's been fun.
Why do you think, what made you want to do it?
Probably because I hadn't had that many acting experiences outside of high school, and I had a really, really great time in high school and in the community theater. And you and Nick and Nathan, you know, we've had a really good friendship, and I wanted to do something fun and different. I know people always ask me, you know, what are you doing? What is this radio show? And I try to give them a heads up, you know, we do a bunch of different segments. My friend Jimmy, he writes everything. It's awesome. And hopefully some of my friends will be listening to this. And
some of them have come and seen you perform.
Yeah. But, you know, I just wanted to do it because it's super fun and I like to entertain people.
So what did you think when you first showed up for this? Because you were coming in month 2, because you and Nathan weren't in month 1 with the initial. We brought in Daniel Kravitz for month 2, and you came into a bunch of these strangers that you never met.
I was really nervous, you know. I'm pretty outgoing, but when I don't know who, I'm able to interact with people I know well. And I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to fit in very well. And the cast is just amazing. I love everyone so much, and I feel like we're all really quirky. We all have our own little interests, and I don't want to say special needs. Special needs. You know, we all have our little personalities, and they all work really well together. So I think it's just like a family. We come together, and it's not like, oh, I gotta go do Jimmy's thing on Tuesday and Saturday. It's, oh, I get to see everybody again. Okay. So it's really fun.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but I was really worried, you know, something outside of my box, something that, I wouldn't normally go out of my way to do, but I wanted to do it for you, Jimmy.
Oh, thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. Because if we had not had you, I would have been very worried about the Daniel Kravitz segment. It really felt like it came together when you agreed to jump in and join us. With that, how do you approach that part and creating that character? Because this is a brand new character, unlike most of the plays you're in where you're playing a part that's already established. You are inventing Abby Reynolds as we go. And a lot of that is written based on your performance.
Well, I feel like I just act like I am normally. I treat Daniel Kravitz like I would Nathan. So acting the part of Abby Reynolds is just second nature to me. Jimmy makes it pretty easy. You make it really easy. And you write, sorry, I have a jingly necklace on.
It's Christmas time.
Maybe I should take that.
I know this is like February when you're hearing this, but it's Christmas time when we're recording this.
Yeah, tonight's Todd's Pizza Christmas party.
Ooh, you worked there for many years, which is the shop Nathan's dad owns.
Right, so it's very similar to Daniel Kravitz's story.
And is it hard
in real life
to play his love interest though?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Because I know you guys well. You're not trying to jump his bones. You're happily married to someone else.
It's really funny because I do love Nathan,
Sure.
in that platonic, he's my really good friend. Many of the cast members probably don't know, but at one time in our lives, we actually did date.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but if you want to talk about it, you can.
Yeah, it was like 10-ish years ago.
It's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. We were both in college.
How do you think Abby feels not having any special powers or combat abilities?
Yeah, I think it's really hard for her to handle that. I think she feels a little left out, that she can't contribute more to the group. But I think with Abby's personality, I think it's a lot like mine. I would feel a little left out if I didn't have special powers like everybody else.
Now, we got to do a really special episode of Daniel Kravitz called Abby Reynolds Chosen One, which I'm sure you remember.
It was the best. So I hear everyone thought I did a whole lot better than Daniel.
With the theme song.
I rocked the theme song and...
Acapella in the version we released.
Right.
Well, I think we released the acapella at the end of the podcast and replaced it with the re-recorded one.
Right, which was probably a whole lot better.
Well, they're both on there, though, so you can hear both versions of Wendy singing.
Yeah.
But you were such a trooper. Was that episode exciting? Was that
Yeah, it was exciting. I got to be the lead role. It was awesome.
So now do you want to bump Nathan out so you can take that role back?
Yeah. I think I do a much better job playing the chosen one.
Should just be Abby Reynolds, right?
And I don't whine about it.
It's true. You embraced it.
Daniel's really whiny.
Abby had a whole different attitude about being the chosen one.
I did. I think chosen one needs to have the attitude that I have.
Everybody should have the attitude.
Right? Come on.
Now, we've talked a lot about Abby, but that's not the only role you've played for our show.
No, I have had the pleasure of playing the Wholesome Honey, and it is phenomenal. I think I probably have the most fun playing that out of anything. And the funny thing is I kind of believe women belong in the kitchen. It's really easy to play when I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't be working. I should be in the kitchen baking a pie right now. So I'd really like it if that came to life. Yeah, so I have a lot of fun with that and can't wait for more scripts to come out so I can continue to play Wholesome Honey.
We played her once. Well,
yeah.
Plus the commercial.
Right.
We may have to bring her back. I think she really resonated with people.
I think so. I know she really resonated with me. It's one of my favorites. And I really enjoy bringing out the apron and the very large spatula.
That's why you have to come to the live shows, because Wendy brought something to that live show that was visually very entertaining as well.
Right. I think it's funny to play a part that is entirely different than who I really am. Mm-hmm. It makes it really fun. Like Abby Reynolds is kind of like who I am. Uh-huh. And the Wholesome Honey is about the opposite.
Not at all.
Yeah. It makes it fun to really, really get to act.
And you got to work with an actor in that episode, a guest star.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite people in the whole world, Miss
Mine
Stephanie
too.
Stevens.
Mine too.
I will always hold a special place in my heart for her. So Miss Stevens was actually probably one of my inspirational teachers, the most inspirational teacher I've ever had. She was my choir teacher in middle school and high school. Unfortunately, she left my senior year, which broke my heart, but we're not going to get into that. I still love her to death.
I'm glad I graduated a year earlier than you. She was still there when I left.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you ran her off. But
Probably. That would not surprise me.
But it was so much fun playing with Miss Stevens.
And fighting her.
And
battle.
finding her. Oh, that was so fun. It was very comical.
I think it's fair to say that this show would not exist without her.
Yeah.
It really wouldn't. Because she inspired much of my love for this kind of thing.
Right. I mean, she really did inspire all of us. I know Nathan and I'm sure Nick and me. And where would we be without Jimmy? I mean, we wouldn't have anything.
You'd probably be much happier.
Oh, goodness, no.
And you played a handful of other parts through the show as well. Any that stuck out to you or that you would like to see come back?
I did play
You had a couple good death scenes.
I played a first officer, which...
A universe journey, which everyone should do at some point.
Right. I mean, we always need new first officers. Something always seems to happen to those.
Well, your first officer actually kicked off a whole arc of 6 episodes that ended in major drama recently, a couple of months ago on the podcast.
It's so much fun.
You are going to be taking a break on us here.
I will be on maternity leave from the radio show.
We give you 1 month off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm not sure how many months off I'm going to take. I mean, probably not that many.
Oh, we got to get our babies in the show.
Oh my gosh, we do.
I've already got a plan to get mine in, before
you?
the end of the year. Yeah, but we can absolutely use both of them.
That's
If you
awesome.
want.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love my baby's first performance to be
As an infant.
as an infant. Yeah, that'll be great.
Starting the next generation of It's All Been Doners.
I love it. I love it. It'll be great.
Oh, so we're ending the show forever in 3 months, right?
No. Stop. Oh, you're awful.
No, I'm hopeful, not 100% confident, but I'm hopeful this is going to run for many, many, many years. Mad Lab certainly seems to love us and has us booked for this entire year.
That's
so,
awesome.
2017, we are good to go. And I've seen, I think, every one of their shows since we signed with them, like a year ago almost, and they have such wonderful shows. I mean, a lot of it's improv, but they also do some scripted stuff.
Yeah.
They do a Young Writers Workshop every summer where they get high school students to write shorts they perform. They do something called Theater Roulette where they get submissions of shorts from people all over the country, maybe even the world, I'm not sure. They got like 1,500 Theater Roulette submissions this year. And Mad Lab's big thing is they do only original work. They won't perform like an Our Town or a Sound of Music because that's somebody else's. They want to premiere new stuff and get it out there.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's really cool. You should check out some of their shows.
Yeah, that's great.
But enough about Mad Lab, who I love. I mean, I want to absolutely give them good publicity because I love them and I know there are Mad Lab people that will listen to this.
Yeah.
So any support we can give them is great. But I do want to talk about you because that's the entire point of this.
Sure.
What are your hobbies, Wendy?
What are my hobbies?
What do you enjoy doing when you're not here?
Well, Jim, it's great that you asked. I don't really have time for hobbies. I am right now working on my Master's Plus endorsement for my teaching license. So I just finished my class, my 3rd of 5. So I spend a lot of time reading things I don't like to read and doing work that I don't really enjoy. But besides that, I do enjoy playing tennis. I do like to play video games a lot and board games. And that's probably...
What are your favorite board games right now?
I love the Oregon Trail card game.
I just tried that. I did not enjoy it.
You didn't?
I did not.
Oh, no. I really, really like it, except for the first time I played when I died on my first turn.
Well, I died on my second turn.
Exploding Kittens is one of my
that one's
favorites. And My favorite game of all time is Monopoly.
Really?
Yeah, and I probably own about 20 different versions of Monopoly. No one will play with me because I always want to be the banker and they say that I cheat, but that is not true. For the record, it is not true.
I believe you.
Yes. I may have cheated once when I was really young and I was playing with my cousins, and I'll deny that too, but I really did cheat that time. But that was the only time I cheated playing Monopoly, and I usually win.
Why do you like Monopoly so much, do you think?
I am really lucky. If you know me at all, I have a lot of fantastic luck most of the time. So I will hit free parking, I would say, at least twice a game, which is awesome because the way that we play, all of the money goes in the middle. So like we have a $500 in the middle for free parking, and then if you hit anything, like you have to pay for tax, utilities, it all goes in the middle. Okay. So I usually win a lot of money that way.
Do you have a favorite version of Monopoly that you like to play?
Probably just the original version. It's probably my favorite. We do have the version with the credit cards. Ooh. That's electronic, and it does all the banking for you. It's pretty easy, but I'm not a big fan because I like to hold the money in my hand.
Smell that cash.
Yeah, it's great. I don't know if you've heard of, I think it's Dane Cook. It might be Dane Cook or Mitch Hedberg. They do a Monopoly joke where, you're like 3 hours into the game and you flip the board over and it's like, Grandma, where'd you get those pink 50s or something? I did it way wrong. You should probably edit that out. That's so bad.
I'm not going to edit that out.
I know. Well, I do.
Anything to edit out.
I do recommend you like YouTube or iTunes. I'm pretty sure it's Mitch Hedberg or Dane Cook, but they do a really funny Monopoly skit. Most people hate Monopoly, so you guys will be able to identify with the joke pretty well. I am watching Longmire right now on Netflix. It's really good. I used to have time to watch TV when it was on. See, in my house, we don't have cable or DVR. So if we want to watch a show, we actually have to sit down and be at the couch when it comes on. And we really enjoyed watching Scorpion when we had time. Well, now it's on at 10, and I can't stay up past 9, so that's out of the question. But Scorpion was great. The Goldbergs is pretty much the best show ever. I love the Goldbergs. And that's pretty much all I have time to watch.
Do any of those shows give you ideas of characters you'd like to do?
Oh, gosh. I would love to play an 80s character. I would love to have an 80s segment.
Oh, that would be fun.
Like a throwback. It would be hilarious.
Well, we have a pair of time travelers in our group. So you never know where they might travel.
That would be fantastic. I have a pretty wicked collection of Care Bears and metal lunch boxes and strawberry shortcake. I just love the 80s. I love it.
Any voices that you've been holding out on us that you've got in mind that you could do that we haven't got out of you?
Oh, none I'd be willing to unleash right now. No.
I can't play your auditions, so this is your chance. Because normally on these, I'll put in audition clips from people.
Oh,
to embarrass them.
Oh, no. I'm so thankful I have not sent in any clips to Jimmy right now at this moment.
You do? I do know the one vocal thing that I've always loved that you do is the Woody Woodpecker laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think we had you do in like an opening for a podcast, but not like in an actual story. Right. So the podcast audience has not heard it. If you want to give them a little taste.
Well, I have been sick for about 2 weeks, but we'll see. We'll see if I can get it out. Let's see.
Yes, that is it.
Oh, that's my Woody Woodpecker.
Oh, I've always loved that you could do that.
It's pretty funny. I used to do like a Donald Duck, just for fun when I was little, and I would like.
Yes! That's great.
Yeah, I like to do that.
So you should play a duck in the show.
Probably not. Yes, write me in as a duck. Like your books.
Those were geese.
Oh, they were geese. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, man.
I will start to wrap things up, but before we do, I would like you to sell the listening audience on why they should come see a live show in person.
A live show in person is like the best thing ever. Why would you listen to it just on iTunes when you can see us interact with each other and perform? And it's always fun to see cast members bring in props or wear, I know Grezit likes to wear his green toboggan for the show.
And when he had no body, just black shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Keith changes t-shirts every sketch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And you just won't get a taste of that unless you come and see us.
I feel like Daniel Kravitz is probably the best sketch to see live because the physicality that's added in.
Right. All of those punches and blows and slaps and smacks.
And Nathan goes for it.
Yeah, he does. He really gets into it. Mm. And when he's holding his big Pee-wee. He really gets into it. And you can see the strength it takes to hold it up, and it's incredible to see people interact with each other.
It cracked me up. I think we've got a still photo of this where Keith played this giant monster that came into the shop, and Nathan's taller than everybody, but the photo is Nathan looking up to see the monster and Keith's standing right in front of him. And I'm like, only Nathan adds an extra element of his face is up there, not down here.
Yeah. Oh, that's really, really awesome. But, I mean, why not? And you can see us sing and sometimes dance. Mm-hmm. It's really worth it. That's for sure.
And at only $7 for general admission.
Right. I mean,
$5 if you're a senior or a student.
That's less than going to the movies. Do you know what I just remembered?
What?
My actual hobbies, what I really enjoy doing is watching YouTube cat videos.
That is a great hobby.
Really, any kind of cat videos are pretty hilarious. And I do play Minecraft.
I've never played Minecraft. Is it?
It's so fun.
People love it.
Yeah, my husband and I play before I got knocked up. We haven't really had time since. But hopefully...
Babies will do that.
I know.
They're the worst.
And I sing in my church choir and play the bells. Uh-huh. And I forgot to add those things. I just remembered.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we do the question?
I love mashed potatoes and cheese.
Who doesn't love mashed potatoes and cheese?
Right? That's okay, I think that's it.
You want to tell the story of how you met your husband?
Oh, my husband. We went to school together. I pretty much loved him since the first time I saw him.
At age 5? At
age 5 in kindergarten in Miss Laughlin's class. Mm-hmm. But no, seriously.
But you guys didn't get together till you were well into your 20s.
Yeah, yep. We were best friends. We were really good friends, right, Nate? For a very long time. But, yeah, I've known him forever.
That's awesome.
And it's perfect.
That you guys
it's like a storybook
had stayed
marriage.
Best friends for so long and then ended up together.
Yeah, it really is. It's really awesome to go home to your best friend every night.
Aww.
So, yeah, what's my question, Jimmy?
Chase was the last one.
Oh, Chase. He did give me a heads up. He said...
He told you what it was?
No, he didn't tell me the question. He told me, get ready. I got a question for you.
Yeah, so I will just play... Normally I don't do this, but because I just decided to let you listen to him ask it.
Oh, perfect.
I've got my question.
Okay.
This is for Wendy, right?
Yes.
Wendy, I want to know, just from an emo kid sitting in his black hoodie, are you always that happy? And if so... Can you tell me the secret to your happiness? It is absolutely infectious, and I wish that everyone could just be as happy as you seem. So if there's an ounce to that being true, I just want to know, what is the key, what is the secret that you have for being so positive all the time?
I will ask her that.
Oh my gosh, Chase!
That's my work spouse. I love him.
That's perfect.
It is.
I mean, I'm starting to cry.
Aww.
It's beautiful. I wasn't expecting a question like that.
Aww. He is such an emo kid. He wears black all the time.
I don't believe it.
He is. He grew up in Detroit.
No,
Yeah.
he's not an emo kid.
He is an emo kid.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being an emo kid, but...
No, I love that man to death.
Why? I don't...
I think he acts more emo than he actually is. If that makes sense.
I don't even see an emo kid.
Oh,
I
good.
see, just as he described me, I see someone with a super infectious personality.
He does.
He's always happy. He's so encouraging, enthusiastic.
So, answer...
I mean...
Are you always happy?
You know what? Honest to goodness, I really try hard. I believe that everyone was made for a purpose in life. And I believe that my purpose in life is to make people smile and happy. And every day I live my life. Not every day I'm not super excited, to get up in the morning and go to work. But once I get out the door, I realize that my job every day is to make someone's day better. So, I mean, it's not a secret. I think if everybody woke up and wanted to put a smile on somebody's face, then the world would be a better place.
Not a bad sentiment at all. As somebody that's known you for like 28 years, I think I have rarely seen you anything but happy. And if you aren't happy, you sure just like smile through it till you get happy again.
Well, making people happy and smile makes me happy. So I've got to do my job so I can stay happy.
Aww. That's a great answer. To a great question.
That's a great question. That makes me really happy.
Now you have to ask a question.
Oh, so who am I asking a question to?
Seamus Talty.
Oh, Seamus. Seamus.
It's always fun when we get people I try to schedule people that aren't besties back to back so that you have somebody you don't know as well.
Oh, Seamus. There's so many questions I'd want to ask Seamus.
Seamus is a lovely person.
He is super lovely. What do I really, really want to know about Seamus? Seamus, if you could meet anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
There you go. That's a good question.
Yeah. Not just meet them. If you could sit down and have dinner with them. Anybody dead or alive, who would it be? And why? And what would you eat?
I love the what would you eat part of the question. That's definitely staying in.
I love it.
Oh.
I wish I had a better question, but...
No, that'll be an interesting question.
It's fun.
Nobody's used that one yet, so...
Okay, good.
We'll give it to him that's the 11th... He'll be the 11th Meet the Cast, so we've had quite a few questions, but you're the lucky 10.
Yay!
So, anything else you want to say to the listening audience before we say goodbye to them?
I really enjoy working with the cast. I really think it's an awesome experience, and I hope more of you come out to see the show in person so you can see how different it is to actually see us interact with each other. And I don't know, when you're sitting at home listening and laughing at home, it's a whole different ballgame than going into an audience and getting feedback from other people.
Absolutely.
But anyway, it's awesome. You should come see us. I really enjoy it. And Merry Christmas. Even though this is coming out in February.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
There you go.
And tell Jimmy that he needs to write more wholesome honey things.
There may just be something else coming up. We'll have to see.
Awesome.
Maybe if you come to the live show last night, you may have already seen some more. Anyway, have a wonderful evening, and thank you very much, Wendy.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you.
It's All Been Done Radio Hour number 59. Meet the cast number 10. Wendy Parks was just Wendy Parks and Jerome Wetzel sitting around and having a discussion. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out our website, itsallbeendonradiohour.com. Check out our parent site, IABDpresents.com. Get yourself an It's All Been Done Radio Hour t-shirt on that website in the store. You can also buy scripts, programs, all kinds of things. So check it out. And have yourselves a great week. So, Wendy, you asked me to not ask you anything hard. Please tell me the square root of 375.
Oh my gosh. I have no idea.
Okay.
Nathan would probably know.
Nathan would know without a second thought.
Yeah.
Anyway,